Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is another tutorial on how to use the simple system for trading. This simple system works on all time frames and on all pairs that are on MT5. So this simple system is very easy to use, guys. As you can see, even a beginner can use it. If you want to join my mentorship class, just click the link in the description. It will lead you to our Telegram channel, where I will later send the mentorship group link. I teach people how to trade for free, guys, so don't hesitate to join my mentorship class. So today I was using this simple system. As you can see, I made over $600 profit using this simple system, guys. How did I do it? I'm going to show you step by step on how to trade using this simple system. This simple system shows you the entries and all the areas where resistance is going to take place, guys. So stay tuned and watch the entire video. This is the system I always use to analyze the market, guys. It does everything automatically, so I'm going to explain each and every property that you are seeing right now. We have this yellow zone, which is the sell zone. Then we have this blue zone, which is the buy zone. Then we have these signals, which will be the sell entries and the buy entries. Okay, then we also have these nodes, which indicate how the market will be moving. For instance, right now it has reached a certain node, so in a nutshell it's saying it might retrace a bit to this node, then go downwards. All right, then we have this line again. When this line is red, it means the market is dropping. When this line is green, it means the market is what? Is going up. And another thing, always trade according to the trend, guys. Never ever trade against the trend. So if the market is dropping, look for sell entries. If the market is going up, look for buy entries. So when you are using this system, the best thing to do is, first and foremost, you open your bigger time frame, which is H1. So in a nutshell, I'm going to open H1. Then I'm going to explain to you how this thing works. As you can see, so here we got a sell entry on H1, right? So after this sell entry, that is when you are going to check on your smaller time frame. So let's say you have received a signal on a bigger time frame, right? After that, you move on to a smaller time frame. Then that is when you are going to apply smart money concept and price action, so that you look for a perfect entry on a smaller time frame. But overall, you'll be in a downtrend, right? So what you should do is, first and foremost, check the H1 time frame. After receiving the signal on H1, then you move on to M5. So here we can see there was a sell entry around this point. So let me try to drop this horizontal line on this sell entry so that I'll show you how this thing happened. So this is the M5. As you can see, this is my line, guys. This is my line, right? So after that, you can see there was a nice breakout here. Usually after this kind of a breakout, it will make an impulsive move, right? So after this breakout, it moved massively, guys. After that, you now have to wait for this kind of a setup, whereby the market will go up, go down, go up, go down. It will be playing around the same area. Then you wait for the highest point on that area where there will be a lot of resistance. That is when you enter your sell here. If you enter your sell here, you are going to hold a bit. Do not add positions too early, guys. If you want to add positions, wait for it to make this kind of a structure, whereby it will be going up, going down, going up, going down. Then you add your positions here. After that, then you are now holding your trade. It will move until it reaches the node on H1. So that is how you trade V75 one is. If you want to trade V75 one is, you just use that concept. And if you want to catch spikes, that is when you will start to check on M1. Because spikes, it's hard to hold trades when you are catching spikes. So always try to use this when you are trading volatilities. This is the concept you are going to use. So I'm going to do another video so that you can see how you trade booming crash. But right now, this is how you trade volatilities. It's very simple and easy to use, guys. Thank you for your time. So the next video is about boom and crash, and I'm going to explain how you catch spikes. When you are catching spikes on boom and crash or DEX indices, you have to make sure that you first do top to down analysis. So when you are using the system, always start from H4. So here I'm going to open H4 and check my latest signal. This is boom 1000, guys. So I'm going to check on H4. As you can see, this is my H4. What is the latest signal saying? The latest signal is what? It's a buy entry. So we are looking for buy entries, but we have to confirm first with H1. So let's check H1, and before you go, you can see that here we have a template saying it's going down. So we are most likely to check M15 again. So let's see H1. What is H1 saying? Let's check, guys. That is how you trade using this simple system. So right now I'm now checking so that I can see what is H1 saying. As you can see, H1 is saying buy entry, right? And here we have a buy signal again. But why is it not possible for me to enter a buy right now? Because it has reached this node. So whenever it reaches this node, it simply means that it's now time to take profit. So we cannot continue buying boom 1000 right now. We have to wait for it to retrace a bit so that we can enter it. So this is basically the way you use when you want to catch a spike. So after this, let's say you had managed to see that boom 1000 was around this point. What you do is you now open your M5, which is the 5 minutes time frame. So here on the 5 minutes time frame, that is when you apply smart money concept and price action. So when you draw your trend lines on M5, for instance, let's say you had drawn your trend lines here, touching this point and touching the bottom, these bottom points, as you can see. So this would be our breakout point, right? And as you can see, there is a buy signal and there's also a buy arrow. So that is how you catch spikes. You enter your buy and wait for it to reach this node. Okay, so always respect these lines. Whenever it reaches this line, it simply means that it's going to retrace a bit. These blue and red lines. So here, as you can see, it reached this blue line, then started to go down, reached this blue line again. What happened? Pulled back a bit. So that's basically the way the market moves. So if you want to catch spikes on M1, you now have to trade according to the trend. Let's say this is the trend, it's going up. So you wait for it to reach at this node, then you enter your buy signal. But if it breaks out the channel, avoid entering that trade. Wait for it to create a channel that you understand more, so that you can hold until it reaches the node. So I'm now opening a different pair, which is crash 1000. So another thing you should note, you can't catch spikes. For instance, on crash will be selling, but here you can see that there is a green line. When there is a green line, it means that the market is what is going to buy. And as you can see right now, we have two signals. It might go up or go down, but we cannot sell now. Why do I say so? If you were selling here, it has reached the node, so it's going to pull back a bit, then maybe it might drop or it might go up. So avoid entering such trades. Always enter when the market is what is giving you a very good setup. For instance, here, maybe if you had entered around this point, we would say it was a valid trade and you were going to hold it until it reaches this node. So after checking on H1 like this, you can see that our latest signal is what is a sell entry, but right now it's no longer valid because it has reached the node. So we can go on to check on M5 so that we can see how crash 1000 moved, guys. I want to show you it's very simple to use this system. Even a beginner can also use it, guys. You just have to follow whatever I say. As you can see now, this is the area I was highlighting, guys. As you can see, so what was happening, there was a sell entry here. So whenever it breaks this red line, it's a sign that the market can make an impulsive move. So you can also take note of that and take advantage of this movement. Imagine all of these spikes. This is M5, guys. You would have enjoyed a lot of money. And right now, as you can see, our line is now red. So in a nutshell, the pullback can reach this node return M5, then it will spike. So this is basically the way it will spike. So if it doesn't spike here, it's going to spike at this point. Okay, so after that, you can now go on to, let me open another chart so that I can show you how our system works. So this is boom 600. As you can see, boom 600 has been moving well, but if you check, you are going to see that our market, the signal was given on a bigger time frame. As you can see, let me show you on a bigger time frame. That is when we got our signal, guys. So this is basically the way our system works, guys. As you can see, the market was moving, and right now we have what we now have a green line, which means the market can go a bit further, but right now it has reached the node, so we can no longer enter that signal. But here there was a buy signal, as you can see. So this is basically how it moves. You respect this signal first, then you also respect these lines. So I'm now opening crash 900. So on crash 900, we want to see what's happening here, guys. But as for me, I can see that the market looks like it's dropping. So I'm going to check the latest signal on H1. The latest signal on H1 is a sell entry. Can you see that? So it means here we have an opportunity for us to catch spikes. But we have to check the setup of candles. Can you see that here we have a bullish, but the bearish candles do not have enough momentum. So how are we going to do that? Here we have a sell entry on H1. So I'm now going to check on a smaller time frame so that we see where we can enter our trade so that we can catch spikes. So here, this is our M5, as you can see. So on M5, it has reached this node, which means to those who manage to enter around this area can now take profit. But the only way you can get a good entry is when you wait for it to reach this blue line. So we have to wait for it to reach this blue line where there is resistance. So let's wait for it to reach this blue line so that we can enter our sell trades. Because if you enter now, yes, it might spike around this zone because of this order block, but the best entry will be when you enter when it crosses this blue line. So when it's about to cross that blue line, we are going to enter so that we can catch spikes. And after you have entered, you now move to 1 minute time frame, whereby you now checking your final TP. So in H1, we can see that on M1, this is the line I was talking about, and when it reaches this line, it's either it's going to drop until it reaches this blue line, and if it crosses this blue line again, it's going to drop to this red line. So basically that is how the system works. So avoid overholding of trades, guys. So here we have this area with a lot of resistance. So when you have entered here, you start by applying a very small lot size, then you add it as it goes. If it spikes, then you just hold it like that until it reaches your TP. So let me check another pair, which is what? Boom 900. Boom 900 is also easy to trade with this system. So as you can see, our latest signal is what? Is a sell end on boom 900. So if you want to catch spikes on boom 900, right? Let's say we had a buy signal, right? You now have to do the same concept whereby you go to a smaller time frame and wait for it to reach a node or a line of resistance. I guess you can grasp whatever I'm saying. I'm saying if there's a buy entry here, you now go to a smaller time frame and look for areas where the market will reach these lines or the node, then you buy, but always trade according to the trend. So here, let's say you want to sell boom 900. The perfect entry would be this one. You can see, right, there is this. So for you to be able to sell, it has to cross all these spikes. So what I mean is it has to drop, then crosses these spikes, right? It will drop a bit further, then spike. The moment it spikes, that is when you enter your sell. Then you're going to hold it maybe until it reaches this node. So basically, when you want to trade ticks, as for me, I mastered trading ticks on boom 900, boom 1000, and boom 600. So basically, that is how the market moves when you are trading ticks on boom 900, boom 600, and boom 1000. So you have to wait for it to cover these spikes. Once it has covered this spike, you wait for a retracement spike, then you enter and enjoy more profit. If you see it spiking, it's just trying to make you close your positions, but normally it will drop. That strategy works. Always apply proper risk management when you are doing that, guys. So I'm now showing you how to trade DEX indices with this system. So we are going to open DEX 1500 up, as you can see. So this thing also works with these lines and these blue lines and green lines, including this one again. So usually DEX works like this. Let's say it is given a small spike. Usually it will just pull back to where that spike occurred, then it will spike again. So basically that's how you catch spikes on DEX index. But the easiest way is to trade it according to our system. You can see here we have a buy signal, right? So when you have seen this kind of a buy signal, that is when you use that concept. For instance, here we have a buy signal, right? Then we got a small spike. Guess what happened? It put back again. Guess what happened? So basically this is how it works. You just start on H1 again. So if I open H1, you're most likely to see that is basically how the system works. So here we can see that now we have a sell signal. So for us to keep on buying, it's rare. It's not good, and it's rare for you to keep on catching spikes whilst there is a signal pointing downwards like this. So always trade according to the trend. So it's rare for you to miss again if you are following the system. So we are going to check another pair. As for me, I prefer DEX 1500 up and DEX 1500 down. Only those pairs. They don't usually manipulate people a lot. So here, as you can see, we can see that here it has crossed this blue line. So in a nutshell, we are saying the spike might not come, even though we have this kind of an order block whereby we expect it to drop, but here it has crossed. So you just wait for it to reach maybe this node region number 5. Then you wait for a sell signal. You have to get your sell signal first on a bigger time frame. Then after that, you should get it from your M5. This is a 5 minutes time frame, right? So you should get the same signal on M5. So in a nutshell, what I'm just trying to say is first get the signal on H1, then get the same signal on M5. After that, you move on to M1 that will show you when to take profit. Then after the placement, you enter again, keep on doing the same thing. So basically, that is how you trade using this simple system. So always trade the way I trade, guys.